don't even know how to start this. Alright. I'm a slice of beef lasagna. And I'm going to make an Apex Legends Season 7 tier list. I have a dog in the background, so if you hear that, that's what it is. First things first, Wraith. She's S tier. She has a small hitbox, and she can get out for free with her tactical. It's pretty simple. Next, we're going to do Bangalore. I'm going to put Bangalore at B. Bangalore is the most basic legend there is. She's got a basic toolkit. It's good. It's not terrible. It's not the best thing ever, but it's just very fucking basic. She goes smack dab in the middle for the most part. Next, we're going to do Bloodhound. Bloodhound is able to see all the enemies on the map every 4 seconds whenever they have their ult, and that's extremely useful because that's the entire game. The entire game is to know where people are. Bloodhound can do that for you. Next, we're gonna do Revenant. Revenant is C tier. It's honestly kind of surprising to me. I don't really feel like Revenant is a terrible legend, but just stacked up against everybody else, his toolkit just is not as useful. I mean, the Death Totem is pretty good, but you gotta be really coordinated and you gotta have like a team that's already put together and you're really communicating. He doesn't really have a way to escape anything. It's just kind of like screwed, especially like if somebody destroys your Death Totem, you're screwed. He also, Revenant is the king of being screwed whenever you mess up. Next, we got Gibraltar. Gibraltar's A tier. I guess I didn't really mention, I'm kind of taking this with my own experiences and my opinions, and I guess I'm really kind of focusing on the Olympus map and World's Edge. And specifically for Olympus, when I think of Gibraltar, there's a lot of open space in Olympus, and Gibraltar is going to help you stay in cover. Gibraltar has always been pretty good. I don't think he's really going to ever move from the position he's kind of in, just being one of the better legends. He's got the gun shield and he's got his ultimate, which is just devastating. But most people have learned to kind of avoid his ultimate. It's still very devastating, like I said, but it's A tier. He's A tier. After that, we're going to do Pathfinder. Pathfinder, I'm going to throw in A tier. Pathfinder is pretty good about being mobile. Pathfinder can get around people. You can use it to push in on people. His grappling hook I'm talking about. Use it to push in on people. You can use it to get out of a bad situation. You can use it to juke people. There's just a better version of Pathfinder in my opinion, and we'll get to that later. We're going to go ahead and do Mirage. Mirage is going to go right here. On C tier. Mirage is a C tier legend. His toolkit is just very gimmicky. They definitely made it something that's way more viable now. It's actually, you know, pretty good if you're fucking playing against people that don't know how to fucking deal with a Mirage. Next, we are gonna do Loba. Loba, I really feel like she was broken when she first came out. The teleport never fucking worked on anything. But it's come to a point now to where it seems like they fixed that. Looting on Olympus is pretty great with Loba because the spaces that you're able to loot in are very small, and her black market takes up a lot of the space that are in these small places, so you can pretty much loot any place instantly. Loba is in a very good spot right now. I think she is extremely useful. Next, we're going to do Lifeline. Lifeline is an A tier legend. She's always extremely useful. Her ability to take 1v3s is probably lower than the rest of these guys. Your team won't ever go down if you're going up against a good Lifeline. As long as your Lifeline knows how to play in the back of the team, then you got a pretty good chance of keeping your team up and staying alive. Next, we're gonna do Caustic. Caustic is actually gonna, if this thing will fucking work. I want Caustic in front of, there you go. I want Caustic in front of Loba. Caustic is just underneath the bar for A tier. I would be fine with saying he is actually A tier, but I just like to space things out a little bit here. Caustic is pretty good at guarding up any type of area if you want to play defensive, because he can block doors and he does damage. So the best thing to do with Caustic, as soon as you land, start throwing out that tactical. You're gonna do a lot of damage. You never really understand how much damage those fucking gas tanks are doing until they are killing you. Next one's gonna be Watson. Watson's really good at holding down space, especially late game. Late game, Watson comes into play like no other legend. If you're playing Watson, use ultimate accelerants. Damn it. And don't be afraid to use your fucking ultimate. You don't need to save it. You don't need to hold on to it. Fucking use it. That's what the ultimate accelerants are for, so that you can just pop another one out as soon as you can have 3 out at the one time. Extremely useful, especially late game. Watson. I love Watson. Papa would be proud of me. Now, I want to talk about the newest legend. Horizon. God damn it. Horizon. God damn it. Horizon is A tier, damn it. I feel like Horizon just does the grappling hook aspect of Pathfinder, but better, especially for newer players, and you don't have to learn the whole thing with the grappling hook and all that other stuff. Horizon's tactical really allows you to get angles on a motherfucker. Horizon's ultimate, also extremely devastating. If you do set it in the right place and you get that team in there, it's going to be pretty devastating to them. They're not going to really know what to do, at least for like a couple seconds, so you can get some extra hits on them. Horizon's passive. The whole spacewalk thing where you don't take any stagger from falling to the ground. It's actually way more useful than I thought it would be. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal, but it is really, really useful. From here, we're going to get into the legends that I think pretty much suck for the most part. We're going to start with Crypto. Crypto is a C tier legend, in my opinion. His damn drone causes you to not be a part of the team. And I feel like in a game like this, if your team is out there putting out damage and you're not with them, it's not worth it. Also, his drone, I don't know if it does the damage and the stagger. I know it does one or the other, but his drone's ultimate with the EMP doing damage or staggering or staggering, your entire team is just not where it's at. I mean, I guess if you have a good team that's coordinated, you can do well with Crypto, but there's just no point. You might as well just play Bloodhound. Next, I'm gonna do Octane. Octane C tier. Octane doesn't have that much utility, but you wanna know what I think? Fuck it. Octane is better than what people make him out to be. Everybody says he's the worst fucking legend in Apex Legends. I think the thing with Octane for me is just really, if you know how to play the game in terms of aiming and shit. I mean, I guess when you get to the higher levels, it doesn't really matter. But if you know how to play this game in terms of aiming, this is my experience and everything like that, Octane can fuck shit up. You can get in there if you're playing with the right weapons, get somebody down, get the fuck out. I've heard people say that Horizon's tactical, the gravity lift, makes Octane obsolete, and I highly disagree with that. They serve two different purposes. I can't tell you how many times I have tried to run to Horizon's tactical saying, oh hey, my teammate Horizon put down a gravity lift and I can use this as well to get up to the top of a building. But then, as soon as I run to the motherfucker, it disappears. Horizon's tactical doesn't get you the distance that Octane's jump pad really gets you. I feel like Octane's jump pad is more for something to either push a team or to get out of a bad situation. I just really feel like people need to cut Octane some slack. Maybe he needs a little bit of a buff. I don't know what that's going to be. I think they said that they're going to change his jump pad a little bit. Let's talk about Rampart. How do I feel about Rampart? Fuck that bitch. Rampart is fucking useless. I don't give a fuck about Rampart. I got one question for you if you play Rampart. Do you like using LMGs? If you answered no, then stop playing Rampart. Play anybody else because otherwise she's fucking useless. Sure, she's got her turret. Yeah, it does a lot of damage and it's kind of really fucking accurate. It just leaves you open. It just leaves you open for the most part. Her walls. Rampart's sweet walls. They get destroyed when they're going up. And it's like, I just feel like Rampart doesn't really play into the formula of Apex. Like, you gotta really anticipate your enemies coming at you. You gotta set up whenever you think shit's about to go down with Rampart. And that's just not very in the essence of Apex Legends for me, because I feel like Apex Legends, you should really be pushing that shit at all times. You can't really play defensively that often. I mean, you can play defensively in like a smart situation when it's like you only got so many teams left, but early game to like mid game, you really need to be pushing and getting those, securing those kills. Fuck, I'm just terribly fucked up right now. Fuck Rampart. Rampart sucks. That's my Apex Legends Season 7 tier list. Fuck you. At the end of the day, the best way to play this game is just to... Don't listen to me. Play whoever you want. Don't listen to these stupid ass tier lists. Just play whoever you want.